तो आज हमारा पहला ट्रेनिंग सेक्शन है। अभी आज के हम इजी वाले से स्टार्ट करेंगे। आज हम डिस्कस करेंगे इंटेंट के बारे में। सो टॉपिक स्टार्ट करने से पहले आप थोड़ा सा अपना इंट्रोडक्शन दे दीजिए सबको। कोई भी स्टार्ट कर ले। लोकेश सर आप स्टार्ट कीजिए। हेलो, मैं ऑडिबल?
Yes, sir.
ओ ओके।
So,
सो टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट द इंटेंट। ओके।
okay, sir.
हाँ,
So,
टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट द इंटेंट्स। Let us start with the brief introduction about yourself.
good afternoon, everyone.
You can start with
Myself,
your introduction.
myself, Lokesh. I am from Alwar, Rajasthan. I am pursuing BTech from Engineering College Bikaner in Computer Science branch. My skills are C, C++, data structure, and Java. My hobbies are listening music and doing programming. Uh, so that's all.
Okay, great. Next, Pravina or Ramna start.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself Ramya, and I'm from Andhra Pradesh. I'm pursuing BTech third year at Rajiv Gandhi University of Knowledge and Technologies, IIIT Srikakulam, in CSC branch. Coming to my hobbies, playing games and reading novels, and my strengths are good grasping power, and my weakness is laziness. Thank you, sir.
Great. Next, Pravina.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Pravina. I am from Andhra Pradesh. I have completed my pre-university course at Rajiv Gandhi University of Knowledge and Technology, Srikakulam. And currently I am pursuing my BTech third year in RGKT Srikakulam. And coming to my skills, I am really very interested in programming. And my habits are reading newspaper and surfing internet. And my strengths are I will complete my work within time, and my weakness is I usually think more about small things. That's all, sir. Thank you, sir.
Great. Great. So let me introduce myself. I am Abhinandan Majay. Even I am the intern at here, Career Dreams Education. So I got this US batch for the training. So I am pursuing my BTech. So today we are going to discuss about the intents. Let me present my screen. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Can you see the emulator here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So today we are going to with the easy one task. Here we are going to only switch between the two activities. Like if I click on the next activity button, it will navigate me to the next activity. And I click the again button, it will take me to the previous activity. Though we will start with the small steps, but later on we are going to build some projects. And later on we're going to discuss about some interesting topic of navigations and power navigations, button navigations, and we will go into projects also, even like weather app, music app, or anything else. So today in this section, this is the task. Today we are getting this task to simply intent activity. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So let me, if any one of you don't know, so let me introduce the code. Can you see my Android Studio? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Are you
Yes,
able
sir.
to see my Android Studio? No. So any one of you have worked it before here, right? No one is like totally new to this subject. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, I work with this, sir.
Okay.
Implicit and explicit intent, sir, I did, sir.
Good. So before starting with some of you have seen the bind features, this new feature. Who have worked before, they have seen the like activities like let me show another activity. In this like we first used to declare the button or the anything you from our XML sheet like find you by ID, right?
Yes, sir.
So there is a new feature on the binding feature. To implement this, we have to in the app level Gradle building, we have to add this command line build features view binding true. So what it will do is we don't have to use find view by ID all the time, sir. We have to just mention it like activity main binding. Here you can see binding. Yeah. And for this, next you have to declare here and we activity main binding dot inflate get layout inflate. And in this r dot layout, we have to just mention our binding dot get root. Okay. Now our XML sheet is totally bind to this body of our. So direct we can use my button here. You can see mentioned in like text view and button. These are my ID names. So I don't need to use them by find view by ID. Direct I can declare a binding dot. Here you can see button and text views are coming. Yeah. I can click on button and set on click listening. Right. So for intent, what we first do, we have to declare the first intent, right? Give the name to the intent and new intent. And in this bracket, we have to pass from where we have to start and where we have to end our intent. Main activity dot this from we want to get second act class, right? Now what we do, we have to start our activity, right? Let's run this. Anyone has any doubts?
Yes, sir.
Like anything about the binding feature or anything? Yes, please
Sir,
ask.
can you explain the binding feature once again?
Okay, let me show what we used to do. First, we have to declare the button, then give a name to the button, and then we used to find view by ID, right?
No, sir. I have a doubt in
First,
build grad. Build dot
but
grad.
okay. In to use this binding feature, we have to in app level, module level, build level. There we have to declare this build features view binding true. This is the
Sir, where,
recommended feature from the developers. This is the
sir,
new
where,
feature.
sir, where can we find build Gradle?
This one. First you have, if you have opened the project section here, you can see you have to go to the Android section and in the Gradle
Yes, sir.
scripts, the
Yes,
second one
sir.
module level Gradle. In this
Okay,
you
sir.
can see your app name and dot app. Here you have to add this line
Okay, sir.
build features view one in true. So by that you can use the binding feature anywhere. Like in second activity, I can come here and write activity
Okay, sir.
and binding here. Yeah, binding.
Hello, sir. Sir,
Yes, sir.
can you zoom font size?
Let anyone of you know like where it used to go? I never did. Now you can see me.
Yes, sir.
Is it okay, sir? Yeah.
Okay, sir.
So first we have to declare this binding feature, and here in the after the super we have to initialize it. Binding is equal to activity second binding dot inflate and get layout inflator. Okay, and in this where we used to fetch our layout, here you have to just give binding dot get root. Now you can use the binding feature anywhere, and it will link to your XML file. Like here you can see the ID names from XML second activity. Here is the ID name text2 and button2. It is giving me the text2 and button2. Okay. Any other doubts?
No, sir.
So you can see the emulator is running, and when I click on the next activity, it's taking me to the next activity, right?
Okay, sir.
Are you clear what you have to do for the today's task?
Yes, sir.
You don't need to use the binding feature everywhere. I just mentioned it because it's the recommended feature from right now. You can use the old like find you by ID and complete your task. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. For the DM, I will send you the classroom link where you have to submit the task. Do you all work with the GitHub, or anyone of you is new to GitHub?
We haven't worked, but we know about that, sir.
Sir, I'm new to Twitter, sir.
You know how to push and pull GitHub. You are new. Lokesh, what about you?
Sir, I have an account on GitHub.
Okay, let me show the. My screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Here you in your account, you go to the repository section and you can click the new repository. Okay. For this repository, anything like task, I'll give it. Sorry. Okay. And make sure you are in public section. Okay. And here you will get the two command lines. One is from to create the new repository, and one is to push the existing repository. Here I am pushing from my Android Studio, so it is already created one. It is existing one. If you use the command line from this first one command line, get finish or commit, it will clone the empty repository in my Android Studio here. So we don't want that. We want to push this whole repository to here in GitHub, right? So we are going to use this command line first. Okay, in your terminal. For before using the GitHub, we have to enable the VCS feature here. You can see VCS and enable version control integration in this. Okay, now it will add here. You can see the add Git option. Okay, now in the terminal, first we have to link this repository to our Android Studio. For linking purpose, we have to just in terminal paste the first command line. Here you can say git remote add origin, and it is now linked. Now for commit and push operation, you can either use this command lines from here, or else the easy method is that directly you can use here. Like here is the commit option. If you click on the commit and click on this, and any commit like task, and I will commit this one. Okay, it is committed, and we have to push this committed section to our repository. For pushing, just click this push option. Okay, here you can show what else it is pushing to your repository, and you can click push. And it is now pushed. Here you can see I refresh the page. All are my files in my Git repository, right? Anybody have any doubt for pushing or anything? Sorry, please repeat
Sir,
yourself.
sir, can you please repeat once
Yeah,
more?
location. Okay. First, you have to go in your account in your repository. Okay, then you have to click on new repository. Here you can give in repository name anything, but you have to make sure that it is in public. If you have created a private repository, then I can't read it. Only you will be able to read it. So keep it in public and create repository. Once you create the repository, here you will get this page. Okay, once you will create the repository. So if we use these command lines, first section command lines, these command lines are used for to create an empty repository which you can use in Android Studio. Okay, but here what you are dealing with, we wrote our code, but we want to just push this code to the GitHub repository, right? We are not creating the new one. We want this code to be gone in our repository. So for that, we are using these command lines. So for linking this repository link to our Android Studio, we use the first command line. Here you can see the git remote add origin GitHub. Okay, in your come to your Android Studio, in the next VCS option here you can see run tools Windows and VCS option here. Here you now I have enabled a VCS feature, so it's showing me the commit and update repository feature. First you will get here an enable VCS feature. Okay, you have to enable that. Then you will get these options like git options, and your terminal you have to paste this first command to link your repository. Once the repository is linked, you can now commit and push your task. For committing purpose, you can click here button commit. Here you can see the files, and you have to commit whatever you want. The task completed, task incomplete, whatever. And next you have to push this task. Once you push the task, the get repository will be updated, and here all the files will be same. And you can share me this link in the classroom, so I can evaluate your task. Okay, any other doubt?
Okay, sir.
If you are not able to push your task, then you just make a zip copy of your file in your folder location where your, let's say I'm storing my files here. This task one, let's create a zip file of it and share it in classroom. Okay, if anyone of you is not able to push your task.
Okay, sir.
So Riya ma'am will update it till evening. You will get the classroom links to join, or you have already joined the classroom. Have you joined or you haven't?
No, sir.
Okay. Then Riya ma'am will send you the classroom link. You have to join there, and I will update you the task. There will be, I guess the new classroom will be. Let me see, and I will give you the task list where you have to submit. Okay. Is there any other doubts? Lokesh, you are totally new to Android Studio.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know the basics like how Android Studio works and how you write the code.
No, sir.
You can create the new files, right, in Android Studio.
Yes, sir.
Just let me show you. When you open it, it will open the existing project, or else you can create the new project, right? Have you understood today's task, like what is intent and how we use it? Okay, sir. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, Lokesh, sir.
Hello. Yes, sir. Audible.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Did you get how to use the intent or not?
Got it, sir.
No, be frank. If you didn't got, I can explain it on my time.
सर कोशिश करूंगा सर आज.
देखो, see, first you have to create one XML layout. I created the one. I added one text view here. You can create it from the design also. You can just drag and drop here. It will be added like here. it is a constraint layout, so you have to constraint it up. Okay, first you have to constraint it, and it will give an id like a text to text button to, and you have to use this id to in your main activity. Okay, first you used to use it by find your by id. Because of the binding feature, you can directly use it. Okay, the next feature is now we want what we want is now when we click on this button, we want to navigate to the next activity, right?
Right, sir.
So for that we have to set and we have to on click listener for the button. We have to set that. So first I am setting it on click listener. So it will respond me when I click the button. So it will create and first it will create only this much. Then it will not include the intent. In that when we click the button, we have to do something. What we want to do is that we have to navigate to the second activity. For navigating second activity we use intent, right? So first declare it, then give a name to your intent, anything, and then in this parenthesis we have to pass the from where to where we have to navigate. Where are we now? We are in the main activity, and where we want to go when we click the button, we want to go to the second activity, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
first you have to give us our context, which is main activity dot this, and then we have to plus the second activity, and then we have to start the activity. That's all. Then when we click on the button, it will navigate to a second activity. Okay,
Okay, sir.
got it?
Got it, sir.
Yeah. So your task should look like this. When you click on the next activity, should go on the second activity, and we click the previous, it comes back to my first activity, right? This is your task today.
Okay, sir.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, how to add the emulator to the Android Studio, sir? Or how to download for it?
Okay. First, see, here we get the AVD manager, right? Can you see it? I can zoom it. Can you see?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
AVD manager, when you click it, you get this window. Okay. I have created one emulator, so it's showing me. For this, if you don't have any, you can create one virtual device, right? Here you got this button, create virtual device. So in that, you can select any, like I want a Pixel or Pixel 2 phone. It will give us that. Let's have choose the Pixel 4. Then you just click on next. Here you have to download the Android version. Like you want a R version, Q version, Pi version, Oreo, Nougat, anything Android version. I suggest you to go with the latest Android version so that we can use all our new features. So just download it. I use it in my old emulator. When you download it is big one like 1 GB, I guess. 1 GB SDK it will be. So you have to download this and just click on next and finish it. It will create your one emulator here. And when if your emulator is created, here you can see your emulator name. Like mine one is Note 20 Ultra. So here you can, if you created a Pixel 4 emulator, here it will show a Pixel 4 emulator. Once the emulator is showing, you can run your app. It will directly run your emulator. Anything else?
Okay, sir.
Any other doubts?
Sir, this emulator can work in processor with 4 GB RAM.
You have to change the hardware then. When you will be creating, right? Let me show. Once you will go next here, once you will select the Android SDK file, you will get this next option. I can't download it right now because it is 1 GB. Once you get this next option, you will it will show you all the interfaces, like how much RAM it is using, how much internal storage it is using. To change the RAM, you just here one more option, you will get the advanced section. Okay, just click on the advanced section. There you will get the RAM option. You can change it RAM there. In the built-in, it will give you 2 GB RAM and something 500 MB space internal storage. Recorded, I guess. Yes, Anika ma'am, she left, I guess. I will just contact. She recorded the video. I will just contact and share you the link. Any other thing?
Okay, sir.
Any other? No other doubts, right? Lokesh sir,
Yes,
Pravina
sir.
ma'am.
Sir, can you explain about layouts in brief?
Can you repeat yourself, please?
Sir, can you explain about
Hello,
layouts?
Pravina. Layout, right? Once you'll create the activity, you will get this XML layouts, right? So if you are in design session, let me just clear all of this. First, you will get this activity. Here will be a hello world or text. You will get this. So if you want to edit this, you can directly select here or edit from here, this section, or you can do it in the code section. Here you can, if I want to change the text of this, it is saying the second activity. Here you can just activity. I just remove second. It will show me activity, or even you can change it from here. Here you get a text activity, right? Yeah, everything you can change from here or else code. I prefer code, so I go with the code. You can choose your. If you like the design section, you can design. If you want to add the button, you can drag and drop here. And it is a constant layout. Constant layout, how it works, you have to constant it to the parent, left, right, bottom, so that it will stay in the middle, right? If you want, now you can see the activities behind my button. Okay, though you don't want that, so just if you unclick the constant, it will go down, and I want to be here in between of them. So I gave it a constant where the bottom of the activity, so it will get centered here, right? And once you create here, you can see the id names. Android id, text view 2, this is the id for this one. And for the button, I give the id button 2. Okay, now once when we set an on click listener or the button, or when we want to change our text from our java class, then we have to give its name. Like here you can see binding dot button. In my first md, here is the id, what it is button, right? If I change the button, like I gave it a 25, button 25, then it will show me the error. See here, it is showing me the error, right? And if I give the correct id, it will not show me the error. Here by id names, you can use this button and anything from your xml in your java class. Okay, is your doubt clear, or I should explain anything else?
Okay, sir.
Any other doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, sir.
No, sir.
So can we conclude this meet?
Okay, sir.
Hello. If you have any other doubts, you just message me. I'll try to clear it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. We will end this meeting, and you will be have 24 hours time. Means from tomorrow 1 p.m. Will be your deadline to submit the activity, your task. Either you can upload it in GitHub repository and send me the link, or you just make the zip file and send it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So let's end this meeting here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.